Hello. All right. Oh, that's cool. So. Hey! Welcome. I'm just getting things set up, so I want to make sure that I can get things looking the way I want it to be. Alright. Twitch Studio. There we go. I want to make sure everything is perfect. Load. Delete. Confirm. So. New. Funded part 1. Confirm. Confirm. Accept. I forgot one thing. There we go. So I have to start the timer, but I'm only going to start it after I click to the... Once I can start the actual run in a few seconds. There we go. And start.
God, I'm gonna bleed out soon. Okay. So tired.
Getting this. That's enough. It could be a lot better when it comes to that, but sleep for 10 hours. Pick up.
I'd eat snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
It could be a lot better. The weather kind of sucks. Should have been more careful on that one, but usually I can get down here without spraying anything. I forgot something. The route that I'm going requires me not to have a sprained anything. So there's that. So I'm gonna restart again. So I'm just gonna get more into the run before I start talking about, like, a lot of things. Because, what is it, the movies that there are quite a few movies that I like, that are interesting, but then, like, it's the fact that you're not allowed, like, there are some franchises that the films are not that great, but you're not allowed to acknowledge the problems. No. There we go.
Yeah, that's smart. Just need to close my eyes.
Emergency stem. I need some water, but I don't need food. No. Alright. Use, definitely. Sleep. Okay. The route I'm going is going to be taking a rope,
That guy
so
who
I
drank
need
his own
to
pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
make sure that I still have enough. So my goal for this is make sure that I can get under 20 minutes. I would be happy with 30 though. No, I... When I get to the rope, I'll take a drink of water because I'm going to need to wait for my thing to charge up again. Anyway, yesterday I was talking about, yesterday I was talking about what makes a good adaptation versus a bad adaptation, and I was talking about what makes a bad adaptation. And to summarize that really quickly, what makes it bad is, does it stick to the source material enough where it's recognizable? If you can't recognize it, then it's a really bad adaptation overall. And what makes a good adaptation is how much of the source material did they keep that would actually make sense in the film. Now, of course, this is just my opinion, so if you disagree, that's fine. I will say that it really, an example that I think is a really good adaptation would be The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games really makes a good cinematic view of the books, but it doesn't include a lot of things that would not work for the medium of film. So a lot of Katniss's internal monologue is not included.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
And that makes sense not to include, because that would be completely annoying beyond all belief to have to listen to, like, someone just spouting out what was going on or their opinions on it. And Jennifer Lawrence does a good job at really getting across the point pretty well. A lot of the emotions are there.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
At least it's a clear night. This is actually really this is going pretty well. And I don't have music because I just hate the music when I'm doing a run like this. Then also I completely forgot to turn it back on. When I do runs like this and I practice, I usually listen to music, so like my own music, but I turn off the background music because it's annoying as hell.
I need some water.
But I might be biased because I love the Hunger Games films. Please, 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 please. I need to get up here. If I fall, I'm restarting the run. Because I'm really close.
Rest suit, I'm gonna faint.
This is nerve-wracking. God, I hope that bear isn't nearby. Hey, welcome to my channel. I think what else is a really good adaptation? I do have unpopular opinions when it comes to what is a good adaptation. A lot of people who are diehard purists are going to be like, why didn't this get put in? And despite my dislike for the author, I'm not going to deny that the Harry Potter book to movie adaptations are pretty decent. In fact, I would argue that the books, the movies do improve upon the books a lot, just because there are some things that are interesting, to say the least. And the movies just kind of omit them. And there are a few problems that the books just have that the movies completely leave out. And as much as people harp on, well, they forgot this, it's like, okay, but if you considered that some of the things that were excluded were shit to begin with. They were garbage to begin with, they were terrible ideas, they should have never been included, and frankly, it's about time that these things were removed. I'm going the wrong way. But at least I know where I'm going. And I'm really close to a cave, so the first thing I'm going to do is sleep for a few hours. Especially since I'm actually really low on everything. But I'll sleep at the end of the cave, because if I sleep now, then I won't actually have my health raised until I get a considerable boost. And so if I wait till the end of the cave, then I will have a much better chance at getting a small health boost. So yeah, like, the only real example I can think of off the top of my head is a, excuse me, is there is a scene where, Professor Trelawney actually gets a, she gets fired, and Hermione just kind of, in the book, she kind of just dismisses it. She doesn't seem to really care, because she'd never liked the teacher that Professor Trelawney taught. And in the movie, it's shown that even though they might have their opinions differ on whether or not divination is a real magical thing, Hermione still feels bad that Professor Trelawney is being let go. Okay. Sleep for hours. Pick up. No. Wait. Where's the exit? I need the exit. Damn you. Seriously? I went back, and now I'm lost. And I don't have another flare. I want out of this fucking cave. That's it. I know I'm going to restart a lot on this one, because I am very stubborn. Try to sleep for 3 hours instead of... No, 8 hours instead of 10. Because I need the daylight hours. Though it won't make much of a difference.
Ah, feeling faint. I gotta... I'm so tired I could lay down right here. Well, this stuff will come in handy.
What? Oh, wow, I got lucky. Holy shit, I completely forgot. That would have been a very quick run. Oh, hey, Fieldspar! Sorry, I didn't see you.
That guy who drank.
I'm sorry, I got really distracted. I was, like, really, like, zoned in on this thing. That's understandable. Well, thank you. You get to see the beginning of my speed run. That makes sense. All right. The Harry Potter movies aren't bad. I think they're actually pretty decent considering, like, every adaptation has to have changes. It's just the diehard fans that are going to be a pain in the ass. Like, unpopular opinion, but anybody who's a purist should just fuck off, because it's not exactly fair to say, okay, well, I think this is the way things ought to be, And if anybody says otherwise, they're the problem. Because we all have our own opinions on things, and just because someone doesn't want it to be, just because someone wants change doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. To reject change for the sake of keeping things the same is just as bad, if not more damaging, than change for change's sake. In my humble opinion, it is very irresponsible to decide that staying the same is always the best course of action. Though there are some adaptations that should never be made because it's physically impossible to change the
Cold is making my head feel thick.
to adapt it to being 100% perfect. Like, yes, I know that there are going to be some people who are going to be sitting down and watching, like, a 16-hour movie because they want to see every minute detail. But you can also view it as the ability to change what, the artist's ability to change what they don't like about something. Now, does it make an adaptation worse? Well, in the sense of it not being a one-to-one recreation, yes. But at the same time, it doesn't matter.
Damn, I'm freezing.
Because what matters is not whether or not it's a one-to-one recreation. It matters that it is a decent adaptation. So, for example, a series of unfortunate events, the Netflix adaptation actually did a really good job because it took a lot of what made the books good, but then it also remembered that there was a subplot that was lingering underneath that was only shown up like at the very last few books. And so it makes a lot more sense that it would be, given the opportunity to redo it again, it would make sense that they would ultimately do that again, except add more references. So we have a situation where, yes, as an adaptation, it's technically worse because it's not following the rules of the original books. It's not following the it's not following every single minute detail because it's adding. But those additions make it arguably better. Because we get more of a taste of the subplot that's simmering underneath. Sometimes adding, it doesn't make it worse, it just makes it better. That's fine. Nothing much, to be honest. I was just talking about adaptations and, giving an example of a series of unfortunate events from the Netflix adaptation. Because that added a lot more of the subplot that showed up, like, later in the books. But they added it, like, early on. So I was giving that some praise. I know. But that might be cheating. Alright. Feldspar, can you tell me what the time is? Like, what does the timer say? Or does it say anything? I thought I installed a widget that does, like, a time thing, and I'm just trying to make sure that it works. Oh, seriously? Holy shit. Usually by the time I get here, I'm like, at like 16 minutes. Damn. Oh, hello, Hapless. So I did find a faster way. Usually by the time I get to the cave, it's like 16 minutes. Now, what really determines whether or not I'm going to beat this run is the very end. The beginning, I'm always good at. I can kick the first part's ass. It's just that getting to Mysterious Lake and finding my way to the actual cabin thing is the real challenge. Past that. I'm not sleeping, because if I do, I'll get lost. Like I always get lost. I still have half a bar. That's actually really good. Usually I'm like about to die when I get over here. I'm gonna walk the rest of the way until I get to the very end.
Oh, so cold.
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Like, I didn't get lost this time. Usually I get lost in the cave. Now, knock on wood, because the more I say that, the more likely I'm gonna just fucking die. And, frankly, this is a really good run, and I do not want to fuck it up. Mysterious Lake is still the hardest. Because that's the one where I don't know any shortcuts. But once I get to the... It depends on how tired I am and how much of the flare I have left. Because if I don't have any of the flare left when I get to the dam, I'm just going to sleep. Go inside, sleep. So far, this has been a very blessed run. My health bar is about to take a giant dip down, but it's all good. Thank fuck the wolf is basically distracted. There should be a torch, like, in the doorway. If I can get to that, then I'm good. Because I'm going to be leaving at night. And I don't feel like using matches. Okay. Oh, shit. Had I beaten the challenge earlier, I think my best time would have been 31 minutes. 32-ish minutes. But I got lost at the very end. Now my goal... See you later, Feldspar. Please tell me there's a torch. I just ran into a barrel.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
Alright. Now the question is, do I want to set up a fire? I don't have really any sort of gear that would allow me to.
I am too tired to think straight.
Yes, I'm aware, Astrid. Excuse me. So long as my body's above freezing, I'm good to go. No, I wanted a bedroll. Pick up.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Where's the door? Ah, here we go. I know where the bear is. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Fine. I'll use my flare on your ass. No, you should not be going that way. Fuck you. Oh, shh. Fine. I've gotten lucky before. Son of a bitch.
It's good. I'll make it.
Just trying to get it so that it's...
I need to find some.
The harder it is... I can't have 2 broken wrists.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
I need to go to sleep. Fuck. I'm gonna stop by the Granger's cabin. Plop down my bedroll and sleep. Now that will only work if I'm not already at the worst part. Like, if I don't get into the red, I can heal and I can... I can functionally stay alive. But otherwise, I'm fucked. Please, I'm so close. And this is a giant fucking detour.
So round.
Pick up. I know it's about to go out, but... So long as I don't stay, I don't go back into the red, I should be fine.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Hey, motherfucker. Hi. Fuck you. Damn it. 25 minutes. If I don't hurry up, I'm not gonna get it. I want to make it under 30. I'll do this again if I have to. Though at this point, I should be thankful that I can beat under 40. Son of a bitch. I didn't think the tree cutter, the lawn people would come this early.
Ow! Need some first aid soon.
Motherfucker, will you? Will he just fuck off? Like, I... Don't let me know when I get to, like, the 30 mark. I want to be able just to feel that disappointment when I finally get to the end of this run. If I get to the end of this run. Where is this fucking place? I can't remember which way it goes. I mean, all I know is that... No, there we go. I need to reload this thing. Because that bear's gonna come up. And I am not losing to that bear when I'm this fucking close.
A bit.
Is it north? Not that way. Oh, where's that fucking bear? Cool. Oh, there it is. Fuck you. Oh. I can't tell you how much I fucking hate when the bear goes in the direction I need to be going in. Yeah, whatever. Fuck this. Fuck this bear.
Need some first aid soon.
I hate it so much. Oh, because I'm going in the opposite fucking direction. Brilliant. What the fuck?
Ah!
Oh, cool. It didn't matter anyway because I literally have no bullets. If that bear comes out right the fuck out of nowhere, I may rage quit the game permanently because that is complete and utter bullshit.
It's a bit, but I'll make it.
Because that's what this game does. It says, oh, you're having a good run? Fuck you.
I need to find a place to rest.
And... oh, for... wait, did it end? Or did I just not click it? Start? What the hell? What? I clicked... What? 32 minutes, but it says stop. It doesn't say, like, stop. It just... stop. It might have crashed. But I got it in 32 minutes. Oh well. I'm gonna say 32 minutes. But I did beat my past record. I beat it in 1 day, 2 hours, and 26 minutes. So I still have a new best record. So at least I have that. And the fifth best person, the fifth best time is 35 minutes. So I at least got like the fifth best time. Thank you. Now, am I stubborn enough to do this again? I'll try again eventually, but this pissed me off too much. And I don't know, maybe I'll try it one more time because I'm already pissed off, so it might make me better. You never know. And I might get luckier. I just got really unlucky because the bear was, So if the bear is on the right of the bridge, I can get out of the way, and I can avoid the bear without needing to use a flare. I just had to use a flare because I got trapped with the bear. Wait. Okay. Yeah. That takes up a lot of time.
God. I'm gonna bleed out soon.
Like, I probably would have been able to make it under 30 minutes had I not had to deal with that.
So tired. I would do anything for a drink right now.
Fine, I'll give you a drink, Astrid. Normally I wouldn't, but now that I'm confident that I can beat it in under 30 minutes, because 16 minutes is a really gutsy goal. Feldspar, did you see, like, the final time for the last run? Because my last time was actually really good. Like, I'm not... Like, I wish I was under 30 minutes, but in terms of in-game days, I managed to get it in, like, an hour. One day. And, like, maybe 24 minutes. Anyway, I got it done pretty well. Hopefully I can beat it this time, because I have a little bit more luck. I swear this game is rigged. This game hates me. Oh, and I wouldn't have... I got lost because of the bear. Of course, I'm going to blame the bear because... reasons. But to be honest, I just really fucking suck at finding my way to the trapper's cabin. I always get lost when I'm on my way. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can literally be doing the regular non-speedrun challenge and I'll still get lost. Anyway, the number one speed run is 16 minutes. The fifth fastest is 25, so I think I'm either at 25 I'm either at 5th place or 4th place. There is a very good chance that I'm higher up. But nobody has updated these times in a long time. So, there's that. Because the last speed run of this was 8 months ago. That was submitted to this one speed run form.
It's a goddamn freezing.
I'm gonna do a whiteout speed run where basically I gather a little bit of food, a little bit of water, and I go out and I try to kill Mr. Bear. Though this is really shitty weather. I'm not gonna lie. But the good news is I chose a path that I know to easily navigate to, so... My question is, does anybody want me to put the music back on? Like, the background game music? Or is this fine? Because I'm not using background music. I honestly only keep the background music on for streaming because I know that... Oh, fuck. I got lost again. I'm just so used to not playing with any sort of background jarring for me. And I'm lost. I'm restarting this run because I can't... No. Pause. Restart. Just because I can't see where I'm going. I play Fallout, like when I play Fallout 4, I not only don't have the radio on, but I don't have, see ya in a minute. I don't have the, I don't even have the in-game music on. Cause I'm not a big fan of it. I'm so used to working in silence now.
Yeah, that's smart. Just need to close my eyes.
I'm so not wasting my time getting that flare gun. If I need it, sad day for me. No, I need it. It takes an extra few seconds to get, but it's kind of worth it.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Oh, it's the same foggy day. Almost there. Now the score that I really want the most would be around 17 minutes. It's theoretically possible to get to 16 minutes. So if you spend less than 7 minutes in if you spend 7 minutes at a Pleasant Valley, and then you spend 7 minutes in Mysterious Lake, you have 2 minutes to get through the dam and that winding river. You have 2 minutes to get there, and you can get it in 16 minutes. But that's still hypothetical. One person's done it. Now, I'm most likely going to be able to beat it in 18 minutes if I really got good. Right now, though, my goal is to beat my previous time a little bit. Now, that's only if I'm lucky enough, because this whole game is based off luck. What do you have that is going to give you the biggest amount of benefit? Now, the brilliant thing is I've managed to nearly beat the game without using the flares.
Starting to feel numb.
Oh, so I was on Bendy's stream at one point, and we were discussing the moose. So, from what I can tell, there is no game barrier to how many broken ribs and sprains you can have. The limit is healing time, and your health. So if you get hurt too much, your health will go down, and fundamentally you will die before you can get to the maximum. But hypothetically, there is a maximum you can get within the bounds of the game. So, while I think the maximum ribs you can get like, give yourself would be the bit integer, which I don't know exactly what this is. I don't know if it's a 64-bit or 32-bit, but that would mean that you can have, like, an obscene amount of broken ribs. But, realistically, if we're going by the rules of the game, where you can't, where you have to wait for the moose to hurt you, as well as waiting for the... as well as having the broken ribs heal, there are some limitations. So I think it's around 3,210 broken ribs are the maximum before they start healing again. I'm not a math person, but I certainly do know how to do some math in order to get, like, approximates for video games. And this game just has so many funny things about it that I find to be amazing. And what I mean by amazing, I mean amazingly stupid. Like, you can fit a hunting rifle that is approximately 3 feet long into a health kit, which is about 18 inches long. And it's only like a little over a foot long. And I just find that hilarious. Son of a bitch. I'm not interested in what you're selling. Oh, there we go. And it's like, no thank you. I have my own religion. if I don't beat my record this time, well, when I end this run, regardless, I'm gonna start something else, because I want to do another speed run. I need to finish the story mode. It's just that I got to episode 3 and it pissed me off, so I kind of quit. But it's really interesting. It's not that I hate the story mode, it's just that I got to the point where it's like, oh, there's a plane crash, and it's like, okay, but I really don't give a single fuck about any, no. And I want to know more about their relationship. Now, there are places in the dam that I'm going to sleep at. I'm going to put the fire out, and I'm going to sleep at the warmest places. Oh, I haven't even completed episode 3. I'm like halfway through episode 3. So I have yet to do episode 4. Call me selfish, but I thought that it was complete bullshit that I had to stop and help all those people on the plane when it's like, okay. But this is actually getting very interesting, and we're following Astrid's story, and Mackenzie and I'm more interested in their relationship dynamic than literally anything to do with Father Thomas and Thompson's Crossing. Especially since in episode 1 we see Mackenzie's reaction to Grey Mother, and so narratively, Grey Mother and Mackenzie both represent each other. Grey Mother is so focused on the past that she cannot focus on helping someone in the present. She cannot help Mackenzie in the best way. Only when she let goes of her past is she able to help Mackenzie. Similarly, with episode 3, Astrid meets that one woman, and having completed episode 3, the woman clearly is focused on the future. She does not want to focus on the past. She does not want to really consider how her actions affect others. She's just hyper-fixated the same way Astrid is hyper-fixated on moving forward from tragedy and not really thinking about it. She moves forward, and Mackenzie, she moves forward too quickly, and Mackenzie does not progress into the present. Both of them need to focus on the here and now. And so it's a very interesting narrative that they have characters that show an extreme form of their own ideology. So the way that Mackenzie helps Grandmother is by helping her get over her past trauma, getting over what happened. And for Astrid, it's and so he teaches Grandmother that it's best not to dwell in the past. Whereas for Astrid, she needs to teach the other girl how to move forward into to not look so far into the future and really embrace the present. They both learn their own lessons via these characters that come into their lives and represents an extreme form of themselves.
So tired, I could lay down right here.
Now, I'm not a scholar, nor am I someone who fundamentally has a clear understanding of narratives where it's
If I don't warm up soon.
I know. So yeah, there's a exactly. They need to focus on the present, but because it's about trauma. The entire book, not book, the entire video game is about.
I need a horse.
The whole game is about collective trauma and really understanding how you manage to get trapped in this vicious cycle. We know, and I'm speculating, okay? Because I did not finish episode 4, but I'm speculating on this, and that is, I have an idea that Mackenzie and Astrid both had a child. That child passed away, and there might be a reason for why. It might be that, it might have been because Mackenzie blames herself because of her actions, whereas Mackenzie blames himself for his inaction. Please tell me the bear's not this side. You've gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm waiting for him to get onto the bridge. Oh, no. Fuck you. Fuck you, bear. Now, this is assuming that Hinterland has a really good concept of narrative storytelling, where it really focuses on how other characters represent the main ones.
It's so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Did I just waste that flare? Because if I did, I'm gonna be pissed. bitch. Fucker won't leave me alone.
Mouth. So.
That smarts a bit.
Brilliant.
I need some first
I have a
aid soon.
feeling that Astrid, being a doctor, failed at saving her son or her child. And so
Ow!
she chooses to act impulsively. She failed to succeed in trying to keep her son alive, and thus she has to act all the time. Whereas Mackenzie, he embodies the helplessness. He could not help, and so
It's a bit,
he
but I'll make it.
he struggles with being proactive.
That smarts a bit.
And so he's trying to make up for that. Both have to learn that they, even if they failed, it's not their fault. They didn't fail. That circumstances beyond both of their controls were responsible for what was happening.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Now, because I'm a stubborn bastard and I frankly don't want to waste too much more time, I'm just going straight to the trapper's cabin. I'll use my emergency stim when I get there. I still have 3 flares left. We see how Mackenzie reacted to Grey Mother talking about her daughter, and so it's very similar to that Grey Mother was unable to stop her daughter from doing something, and so it's very much likely that Mackenzie was also feeling a very similar way.
Oh, so cold.
Are you kidding me? What time do I have? Son of a bitch. I can't heal without, like, something to drink. I'm gonna do worse than my previous time.
It's a goddamn freezing. drink just about anything right now.
Ow.
Oh, rest suit, I'm gonna faint.
Congratulations, Astrid. I do not give a single iota of a fuck. Oh, there's the motherfucker.
Gotta warm up somehow. Too cold to think.
Now, there is always the possibility that I'm looking way too deep into the narrative that I am really prescribing at this point. Because it could just be, you see, like, there's a saying that the curtain might be red to describe something, or it might be red because the author likes the color red. There is always that possibility. And so, it might be a very deep narrative decision-making on the part of Hinterland, or it could just be because the Hinterland liked the concept and really didn't put that much forethought into what they were saying. Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's not fun, I'm just saying though, like I just don't want to sound pretentious, like, oh yeah, this is totally what these people were planning. How close am I? Please. Oh, I'm lost. Fuck this. You know, like, I am so fucking lost right now. I'm not dying until... I'm not quitting until I die. It was going so well until it wasn't. So should I try again, or should, do you want me to see me try to beat the, Thanks. Do you want me to see, if I can beat the fuck, what is it? Whiteout. Because that sounds like an interesting speedrun too. Because it's not like I didn't succeed in beating my previous run. Yes, I want to end exit. No, that's not it. Yeah, I'm gonna do whiteout. Because right now I'm pissed off, and I'm more pissed off that I fucked up immensely on the very last part. Oh, right. Yeah, so I think it's fair to say that, I mean, had I not gotten lost at the very last minute, I still would have gotten 32 minutes. So roughly my best time is 32 minutes. Overall. Now, the first thing I'm going to try to do is get a gun. Because I'm not using any prepackaged food for a,
This'll come in handy.
Wow! That was close! Holy shit! That wasn't a speed run to figure out how fast I can beat this. That was a speed run to see how fast I could die. Wolf Wall, any percent. It's almost night. Yeah, it's like 32 minutes is still like still getting me into like a list of like it's still like a top something. Do I have bleeding? No. That's good.
I need some first aid soon.
Yeah, speedrun.com.
That smarts a bit.
might even just get a few rabbits. I mean, I have enough food. The problem isn't the food. The problem right now is getting everything else. Because I need a gun. And 10 bullets. If I can, at some point, I want to get good at... What I might do is I might do the speed run off stream, because I do really well at speed running off stream.
Ow! I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
That smarts a bit.
I just know there are a lot of people who can do these speed runs better than I can. Though I'm very confident that I can say that very few are getting to the point where they can speed run the Hunted better than I can. There are people who are better, it's just... I'm the one dedicated and stupid enough to try to speed run the Hunted. Especially since not a lot of people like it.
That's a bit.
Like, I've never heard of too many people saying, oh, you know what my favorite challenge is? The Hunted.
Ow!
There are ways that I can probably streamline it if I was not as quick to get lost. Excuse me. Okay. No. I'll take the risk. Because it's still really good out. Like, in the grand scheme of things. I know there are some games that I really love to speedrun. I'm not, like, an expert on speedrunning, but, because I know, like, for example, Portal 2, my favorite video game of all time. People can speedrun the ever-loving fuck out of that game and beat it in barely an hour. But that involves a lot of, glitches and exploits, and I do glitchless runs, so... Not only that, but I feel like it's fine to do glitches, But I want to see more acknowledgement of non-glitching runs. Because those are a bit more fun. You are literally handicapping yourself by not dealing with that shit. So there's that. Then also, I'm still very bitter about not being able to use any of the glitches. But my best time for Portal 2 is 2 hours. Start to finish. Aha! That's a thing. I always consider it to be like, what do you define as cheating? And I genuinely think that there are a few exploits you can do, but it's not like it's a game-breaking glitch. Or it's a major glitch. So an example would be, every time you cook something, you get a point. But if you cook something that's small, it takes so little time that you can end up getting to level 5 just by hunting a bear. And I think it's the same with fires. If you have enough sticks and enough fire starters, you could theoretically get to level 5 pretty fast. Now, that technically... Well, yeah, they're both technically exploits. They're exploits that you can use. It's also a glitch with a Pathfinder. Now,
I can use this.
if you climb up a hill, right, that's really, really steep, then the bear can't follow you in the hunted. And that's a glitch. Because you're exploiting a glitch in that one. All of these things are really cheesy, though. I mean, that's the whole point. You're finding a way to beat the game, but in a way that the developers didn't fully intend. It's the same thing with, the Half-Life 2 engine. You're not supposed to be able to reach unlimited speeds, but if you bunny hop backwards, you can get unlimited amount of speed. You can go faster than is humanly possible. Not just in the game, but like, no human being on planet Earth can run nearly 1,000 fucking miles. To the point where they yeet themselves off a cliff and fly. But that's why I usually don't use glitched runs. I don't even try for them because A, they're really hard, and B, it just doesn't feel right. Like, I admire people who can, but at the same time, it's not my choice. I'm not doing that because I just don't feel like cheesing the system. It's more of an accomplishment if you can beat the game in a really fast time under certain criteria. Because otherwise, I could do a run
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
where I have to kill a bear, but I'm on easy mode.
I'll take it.
That's interesting. That might actually be how the one person managed to beat it in 16 minutes. If you can skip the dam, if you can find a way to skip the dam, you might be able to save a lot of time. And what I mean by a lot of time, I mean 2 minutes. which is a lot of time in terms of speed run. Literally anything. Any time saved is... Oh, I don't want this on. Because when it comes to speed
I'm
runs,
so cold. I'm warming up.
people
a bit.
consider a saving 2 seconds to be really perfect. Yeah. And what was it? 4th place was like 8 months ago? One of them is from 8 months ago. I know that. I'm waiting. I need some light. Yeah, so I might do a way back machine, see if I can get the game to be on the older version of the game, so I can see what was different. Because right now it is nigh impossible to beat the I need a gun.
I think I can use this.
I can't remember when I first started playing this game. I remember I played episode 1, at least once. Before, like right when it came out, episode 1, I remember playing that. And there was this
hate
interesting
being
thing
cold,
where,
'cause it really
it's not an exploit, it was actually in the game, but right before, so, for those who don't know, the game, the episode 1 ends when you're trying to find Astrid and you climb, you find a prison bus, and right now you have to go back to Grey Mother saying, hey, I can't go through there, the prison bus is collapsed. But, unless I'm misremembering it, I would have sworn that
if I
the
don't
very
warm
first
up
time,
soon.
episode 1 was released and they didn't have episode 2 out, you could climb through the bus and it would say, to be continued. Because I distinctly remember seeing that. And then I tried doing that again when I replayed episode 1 because I felt like reminding myself because I couldn't remember every detail. And then I couldn't. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean we can't climb through the bus? They must have changed that. Funny enough, when the game first came out on Steam, I barely played it.
Find food.
Like, I played, like, the episode 1, and then I put it down for, like, a very long time, and I never really picked it up again. I need to clean this. I already checked that guy. So yeah, it might have been like the speed run might have been done when the challenge first came out, and then Hinterland changed it because 16 minutes is a ludicrous amount of time. There is no chance in hell you can now go and even get to like, it's almost impossible to get to the just getting to Mysterious Lake is almost impossible to get there in under 10 minutes. Just getting there in 10 minutes is hard enough, let alone getting to Mysterious Lake and then finding your way all the way over, because both take an average of 7 minutes to get to.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Okay, overall bed.
I wonder if I can drop it.
No, I'm not dropping anything. I need that for cloth. Gotta think, what else is a really good exploit?
Something.
Oh!
I was thinking of one, but I can't remember it. Oh, now I remember. Okay, so there is a way to kill a bear faster. Now, I have found that if you piss off the bear and have it come charging at you, the best thing to do would be to shoot the bear and then go into a vehicle or go inside, come back out quickly, because you don't want the bear enough time to run. But once you get into a vehicle, the bear can't see you and basically feels safe enough not to run away, and so you can get out and shoot it again. You can kill it faster, and you can guarantee it being close to base. Now, is that an exploit? Yes. That is something that is technically not even really supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. But the thing is, it's one of the glitches that can't be patched out because that would be too difficult. How do you patch out a game mechanic
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
that actually works? Because the bear, once it's hit, has to run away. It has to flee, because that is also a really good thing for self-defense. And so you would have to self-impose limits. if you just patch out one of the most useful mechanics in the game, you may be making it easier. It make it harder for people to exploit it, but you're also making it harder for people to functionally play the game the way it's intended. It'd just be a hard thing to patch out. What was it? Because it's part of the core gameplay. You can't just go and change something that is...
This'll come in handy.
And it's not even really a game-breaking, like, in order to do this exploit, though, you still need to have, like, a gun, and you still need to rely on luck. There is no way this is going to be an exploit that any dumbass is going to be able just to go out of their way and do. So it's still a challenge. It's not like... It makes it somewhat easier in the sense that you don't have to carry as much, but there's still a challenge, and it only really works when you're at Coastal Highway. There are not too many other locations where you can find an easy way to exploit it. Because you need it to be considered a loading zone. Just hiding in an ice fishing cabin is not enough.
Take it.
Now if only I could find a gun cleaning kit. Because I'd be going back and I would really spend a lot of time. I do not need an arrowhead because I'm not making arrows.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load.
This is the one time where making arrows is so not worth the anything. It's just not worth it. I will say, I'm not completely against exploits that save time but are hard to do. So, for example, in what's the game called? Half-Life 2. You can item hop. Basically, you get on an item and you jump, and it'll give you more air because the item is considered the floor. And so you can keep on going up, and you can get a lot of, you can just basically jump over everything. But it is a very hard trick to pull off. You have to have a lot of the right, you have to just know what you're doing. There are a lot of really cool tricks that are very difficult to implement in Half-Life 2, but do save time. I don't use them often because I like learning how to speedrun and basically do some really cool parkour. If you know what you're doing, you can make a speedrun look really good.
So cold.
Yeah, Astrid. I'll take the risk of food poisoning.
guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Spectacular. I'll check it out at some point.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
Right now, I'm just impressed that I managed to get 32 minutes. But thanks for finding that.
Ow.
It's a bit, but I'll make it.
Ow. That smarts a bit.
You know, I can think of
I might... What is it? I think the hard speedrun category would be, death percent any run, but on super easy. And that would be basically luck. It'd be an interesting challenge, though. Dumb, but interesting. Now, if I'm lucky, I can find another gun. That's at a higher percent.
I think I can use this.
I'll eat the maple syrup. I need the energy. What was it? Oh!
I get tired.
Cool.
Ow.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
I wonder if there's a way to, like, clip through, like, the edge of the world and go to another region. That'd be interesting.
Hurts a bit, but I'll make it.
that smarts a bit. Ow!
True. That would be interesting, though.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I wonder if, like, I can kill a few wolves and... Because I don't need their pelts. I don't need bear pelts or any pelts like that. I just need the food. Oh, I know, but I mean, like, I don't need the pelts, I just need the meat. Basically, if it's something you can consume, it's food. It counts if it has calories. Technically speaking, you can still get, like raw meat counts, and I'm just wasting the flare. Hi. I'm not interested in your teeth hugs at the moment. Hi. What? No, 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 no. I had a flare, motherfucker. I had a fucking flare. I had a fucking flare. It's a venison, and pray to God that I don't die. Okay. All of those suck. Here is... No. Challenge. Ah, here we go. What do I have? Oh, just because I want to prove that I can? Where is this? Ah, here we go. I know, I just find that funny. The fact that I can do that never ceases to amaze me. Okay, how many do I need? Bandage? I'm actually really close to having like enough band-aids.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, where is something else that's really... I don't need these mittens. No. Might as well drink the stuff that's like really bad. I'll sleep for 6 hours. Not much else to do at night besides sleep.
Man, I could eat anything.
I just need a gun. Like, I don't want to use the rifle. Now, if I'm lucky, I can get a pistol.
Ah, I'm starving.
What's your favorite movie? Just out of curiosity. Ooh, it's daytime.
Well, this stuff will come in handy. This'll come in handy.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's fair.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I haven't seen that. But oh, it's the one with the bear, right? The teddy bear comes to life and then they grow up. And what do you mean by grow up? I mean they just become adults. Oh, right. I know I thought it was the one with the bear. I can't remember, there is a guy. Every time I see Keanu Reeves, I think of this one guy. He does videos where he shows off the exploits of all video games, such as Skyrim and Fallout 4 and things like that. And every time I hear of Keanu Reeves, I think of that guy because he has a parody character known as Riano Keeves. And I just think of that all the time when I think of
God, I
Keanu
need
Reeves.
anything right about now.
It's like the funniest thing to me. Because I'm as mature as a 5th grader. Though, to be fair, that's probably an insult to 5th graders, considering I don't think 5th graders swear as much as I do. Oh, I've seen The Matrix. The Matrix is actually pretty good. And then the sequels came out.
Best be prepared for anything.
I need a gun. I'd probably just go wolf hunting. Wait, what? Yeah, whatever. It's probably the bear. Oh, fuck. Not only that it's the bear, but the bear is angry. was it? There was a really good line. I think it's in the third film. And I don't remember the exact line. But it goes something, so the context is that Morpheus is at the very end of the battle. He's trying to free everybody from the Matrix. And he almost succeeds. Or he does. I don't remember. The point is that at one point, he looks and says, "Have we been wrong?" Something along the lines of, "Have we been wrong?" And that really emphasizes the brilliance of some of the accidental things. So, it's, are we still in the Matrix, or did we finally escape? Because if the computer simulation can create something as realistic as a second Earth, then it would be interesting to find out that they had a different server, the equivalent of a different server, and they tricked people into believing they actually escaped when they didn't. It's the illusion of free choice. The illusion that you can escape. And for as fucking dumb as the rest of the Matrix films became after the first one, the fact that there is a possibility for Morpheus to say, "Hey, maybe we're wrong on being able to escape. Maybe we have been playing a game of chess where we didn't even know what the rules were." Exactly. And that makes it a lot more interesting, you know? Like, I'm not saying that The Matrix is the most philosophically deep film to ever be released, because, in all honesty, while it does have some good points, it's still the most pretentious film I had ever seen. Like, when it comes down to it. I mean, there are probably more pretentious films, but it's the one that I remember seeing. So I don't count not seeing anything. But it does have some pretty good moments. Just asking deep questions does not make a film philosophically deep. The Matrix just feels like, The Matrix just feels like it's a film that makes people feel smart. Because there are better movies that express that kind of concept of, are we truly free, or do we have a situation where we're technically prisoners to a system? Because the thing is that people want to be able to think about these kinds of things, but they want an easy answer. They don't want an answer that is complicated. Oh, it's interesting. It's hard to say, though.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I mean, it's still accidental genius. It's not genius, it's accidental genius. And that definitely needs to be clarified, because there are a lot of films where the implications, there are a lot of movies and books where the implications for what happened are under the surface, and you can look really into it, and you can really dive down and see what is going on, and really have a good theory, but then it turns out, like, No, you're just looking way too deep into it. The author is not that intelligent. You're assuming way too much on the author's intelligence to be able to make that kind of connection. Like, for example, a lot of problems that we have stem from capitalism. Now, this isn't to say that capitalism is evil, and this isn't even my opinion on capitalism. It's just saying that there are problems with capitalism, and that there are ways you can exploit it. But nobody wants to hear that kind of thing. Otherwise, you're a communist. You're obviously a communist. You're trying to get the communist agenda, and therefore you're evil. Even though you could just be pointing out, hey, by the way, maybe we can do something better. And so, because you can have a reading of certain things, people don't like it. So people want this deep dive into, like, the reasons behind it, but then there's a lot of, like, well, if you're not saying the conclusion that I want it to be, then I'm not a big fan.
Find food.
What was it? My favorite theory about the Matrix, though, is they might have. I don't know. I don't keep track of what the Wachowskis do or say, personally. I mean, kudos to them for being trans. It's just, I don't... Author's intent and the way that is perceived, in my opinion, are two totally different things. Just because the author intends on something, if they intend on making this kind of allegory, but then they really fuck up and they accidentally get to a different point, then it might not really matter that much. Sometimes, though, you want to give the benefit of the doubt because a fan theory is way better than whatever the author came up with. There's gotta be something around here. I want to lead wolves to, like, a deer. Save me the hassle of having to hunt it down. I'm doing an awful job at this one particular speed run.
I need to find a place to rest.
Oh shit. I can't remember the full word, but I know it's narrative dissonance, where the author is sending one message, but the framing of how that message is being sent changes the entire outcome of what you're doing. So, how do I give an example? Okay, so the example I can think of is in Transformers, where, and I didn't come up with this, but I definitely know Lindsay Ellis pointed out, and she said that, Megan's character in Transformers, she's intelligent, she knows what she's talking about, but there is a narrative dissonance between how she is portrayed vocally versus how they are showing her. They show her very sexualized. They show her like eye candy, and we don't focus on her speech. But if you focus on what she's saying, it's very intelligent. She knows cars, she knows what she's doing. And so she's an intelligent character, but the movie refuses to allow her to really shine in that department. So the message gets really blurred. Is Megan Fox's character intelligent, or is she just eye candy? But nobody wants to really think about that because, well, it's a dumb film. It's just a dumb film. Or the worst case scenario, you're told, well, you're just thinking way too deep into it. It's not that complex. Which is a complete cop-out. And a cop-out and intellectually dishonest. If someone wants to play a video game or watch a movie and not really think about anything, that's fine. But at the same time, don't imply that for some reason the people who are thinking about it and really wanting to look into it are the annoying ones.
Anything right now.
Because the whole point of films and media in general is to put you into that space.
I'd be dying from starvation.
Let's see if I can get to this without being mauled by a wolf. Let's see here. Oh, there you are, puppy. And it's just this. It's intellectually dishonest to claim that watching media does not have an effect on the way you perceive things. Oh, no. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy it. I'm just saying that it's one thing to say, hey, let's enjoy watching something explode on screen. And saying, hey, let's not examine the problematic elements of this film, like, at all. Because there's a time and a place for explosions and fun, and there's a time and a place for deep exploration of complicated things. The only downside is I can't exactly talk about it because Twitch is very finicky. If you talk about certain things, then Twitch can ban you. But, like, how do I skirt the terms of service? Okay. We can agree that there are good things to blow up and bad things to blow up. Right? Like, it's fun to watch an empty building be destroyed. If we know the building is empty, nothing is, like, no one is getting hurt, it's really fun to watch blow up. So yeah, sometimes though you have to step back and say, okay, I know I like watching things explode, but this is not acceptable. I am not watching something where an innocent bystander is getting harmed. And that's what makes it different. There's a difference between a person who did a bad thing, getting their comeuppance, and some innocent person getting hurt because, well, the narrative asked for it. So, like, if we're watching, like, an action scene, where we know everybody is legitimately guilty because we, as the audience, have way better insight into what's going on, it means that we can see, without much guilt, someone who's done something obviously bad get what they deserve. And that can be fun. I'm not saying we should not have that kind of dumb, mindless, insane bullshit where it's like, I'm gonna blow up a helicopter while skydiving into a pool of angry sharks. Oh yeah. I mean, I know it sounds fun, but at the same time, it's like, this is where empathy really comes into play. For some people, mindless watching things blow up might be not something they can participate in because they are thinking, okay, what if I was in that situation and I had to watch my house just go up in flames because some troglodyte dipshit decided that they're going to throw they're going to use their super strength to throw another person into their house.
I think I can use this.
Now, how many days do I have left? 28 days. Okay. I have the rifle that... No hatchet. There are just some moments where you just want to nitpick the entire fucking film because it's like, seriously though, I know we're supposed to extend our disbelief.
Barely
We're supposed to
this much gear.
We're supposed to believe this is possible. But I cannot bring myself to do so. For example, 2012. In the movie 2012, the Yosemite National Park just explodes. Except the people in the film are so close to the actual explosion. And the thing is that even if a standard volcano goes off and the person is a far away, a pretty decent, I think it was like a few miles away, people have died from the initial explosion, and they're still far away. And that's a standard volcano. Like, I know it's a film, I know it's supposed to be a dumb action film, but it's like, no, you're not supposed to be able to live like this. There is no chance in hell you are going to outrun a fucking volcano. Is it dumb that I am this fixated on the stupidity of a film? Probably. But do I care? Nope.
think I need to lay down.
Oh, yeah. Son of a bitch, I need food. I'll just take all of this.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I'm one of those people where I will look at information and say, okay, there are ways to add drama and suspense without the characters being fucking morons. Mm-hmm.
All I can think about is food.
Oh, right, I'm overcumbered. I have so many matches. What was it? The most egregious example I saw that will never stop pissing me off because I genuinely can't understand why the fuck the character did this, but in the movie no, not 2012. It was the what was it? Now I can't remember. Here we go. It was the film A Day After Tomorrow. This girl, she ends up having a lot of knowledge about how to she knows so much about body heat. She seems to be pretty good at dealing with like health problems, but then she ends up with a basic cut, and you would assume that she would know basic first aid, but she doesn't. She doesn't bother saying, hey, can we get some ways to clean the wound? Is there any way we can deal with this? Because I am, I need to clean this. No, she doesn't do that. That's the intelligent thing. No, what she does instead is hide that until she gets blood poisoning and everybody has to go out and find medicine for her. And the whole drama is because they need to find a way to get back inside before the ice overcomes them and they nearly die. Which, if you're gonna do... Oh yeah. Like, there's just so many things that they could have made, decisions they could have made better that would have made more sense. That film pisses me off, and I still watch it anyway because I love watching how many dumbasses die because they're dumbasses. It's like, look, I know it's sad that some of these people are dead, and there are a lot of people out there who are completely innocent, but then when we see some of the people on screen, it's like, you know, you could still be alive if you decided to do anything that resembles, trying to stay alive. Oh, no, I remember, self-preservation. They would be able to stay alive if they showed some inkling of self-preservation. It shouldn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if you don't mention you have a cut, you're more likely to die. Also, burning books. I have a fireplace stove. I genuinely do. And here's the thing about books. Paper burns way too fast for it to be worth anything. It is so not worth the effort to burn a book. Newspaper, books in general, they're not worth it. The pages themselves are not going to be durable enough to withstand enough of the fire. So you're going to be burning, like, it's like you have all of these books and you're going to be going through so many within a short amount of time that wow, I'm gonna die.
Feeling faint. Again.
I'm gonna die. Because newspapers are good, but if they're going to go with, oh, we're going to destroy books, it would be a lot better. No, I think it's because they're so it was already about to lunge, and flares don't deter wolves if they're about to lunge. Because they still won't run away. It's just that if they're running toward you and they're like really close, they will still fuck up your day.
It's so cold.
I'm going the wrong way. I'm trying to get to Pleasant Valley. Because I need an extra gun. And if I get there, I'm going to be at Thompson's Crossing.
God, I did anything right about now.
Okay. I don't mind that much because I was doing a really shitty job at that one anyway. Sarah, what? I mean, I was already doing an hour. Probably do faster. Hey, no problem. I might actually just end it now because it's already like 1 and I might come back for like an art stream or something. So, because it's about lunchtime for me anyway. I normally eat 12. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Next time, hopefully I can go back to the library challenge. But anyway, I'm gonna do an art stream later on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great night. Have a great day. Wherever you are, just have a good one. Thank you so much for watching and bye.